Right, because so many people took that time around the holiday.
And we were away, so the first week of class, I got out of the at Chris's class and open.
Well, yesterday in this class, there were 5 of us.
All right, so as you already guessed, we're starting laying down on our backs. And let your weight sink around the curve of the roller. Your feet are hip width and pressing gently into the floor. Arms open, extend them out, and the palms to the ceiling, and then just a little rock from one side to the other to get that massage into the edge of the scapula. Go back and forth here. Now only pull away with the fingertips as you move away from them. So you feel that increased stretch across your chest, all the way into the edge of the sternum. And with a straighter elbow, you'll also get that stretch to the upper part of your arm here, the front facing the ceiling. And then we can come back to center to start the arm work. So lifting the arms, hugging the air over your chest. Elbows can go a little wide, just a slight flexion through the wrists, and then exhale, pull the arms open slowly and descend to the ground with a little resistance to gravity. So you lift the arms, and again, you're moving without a lot of momentum, so take your time, with a full inhale up, and then exhale, and use your full exhale to come down. As you lift the arms, you can feel the blades move away from the roller, but still make them heavy when they're falling in towards the floor. And then as you pull the arms apart, notice how the blades slide towards each other to hug the roller between the medial edge of your scapula. And we lift again up now. And then exhale, breathe out completely, the arms descend. And we rise again once more. Exhaling apart. And then lift the arms up to the sky, point the fingers to the ceiling, and exhale, relax the blades down. You'll shrug the shoulders up as you lift the hands as high as you can. And then exhale, release the blades down, and the arms and the fingertips follow. Going up here. Please notice that you're wide across your feet, and you want equal weight on the inner and outer edges of your feet. Also think front to back. The arms light up, the chest narrows, the back broadens, and then it's the reverse as the blades come down. And we'll do that once more. Just going to tug on the neck muscles to release them in the back, and then to release them in the front as the arms descend. So turn the palms forward and lengthen the arms down at your side, which is long for your fingertips, to lengthen your neck. And then we inhale to lift the arms up to the ceiling and exhale back by your ears. So that stretch here in your waistline. The arms rise again, just rotating here from the collarbones inside the chest wall and all the way to the ground as you end the exhale. So it's a full breath, inhale and exhale in each direction. As the arms go past 90 degrees, the blades slide towards your waist, towards your tailbone, and then we reverse the direction. And play with feeling the weight of your arms, and then feel the softness of the air as you move through it, pressing it down as the arms go back, and pushing it up and away. You have to move it out of your way to move through the air, just like you would in the pool, moving the water to propel your body through it. Come up. And exhale, reaching back. And hold the ribs grounded here. You want to feel that they're still resting on the roller, even when the arms go behind you. And at this point, we'll bring the hands to the shoulders with a little elbow circle. So pull the elbows in and up, and then exhale, circle out, around, and down. Circling in to lift, and exhale, around you go. Letting in here and circle around and down. And really mobilize your shoulder blades, get a nice release here through the neck, through the upper shoulders, through the upper back. Complete this with an exhale and then reverse. Trying to match movement on the left side to the same movement on the right. And giving yourself one breath for every circle. We'll do one last one like this. And then extend the arms forward. So hug an imaginary ball between your thighs. Arms reach long and full arm circles, up and down all the way on the inhale, go wide and forward, cutting through the air with the edge of your hand on the exhale. At the end, turn the palms down, we do it again, up and back, go on your body open to the ceiling, circle wide and forward, and then palms down, lift again. Press the arms behind you, feel the abdominal engaged, hold the ribs steady. And now let's reverse it. So palms up, circle back, arms lift as they go behind you, and then exhale, dive them forward in unison and parallel, and circle again. Big stretch to open the arms to open the chest, and then as the belly sinks, the arms sink too, the air is pushed out of your lungs. Reach again. Try to go a little bit bigger with the circle each time. Like really find your length, find your reach. Extend out into the space around you. And now diamond arms, so thumbs together, index fingers together, elbows wide. Light press in, and then the arms swing back. And then exhale and forward, floating your hands over your abdominal wall. Reaching it back here, the blades slide towards your tail, the hands go behind you. Exhale forward now. Reaching here, mobilizing here, the arm, the shoulder blade. And last one. And then with the arms down, we can slide off of the roller. And let's bring it across under the shoulder blades next. So keeping the sacrum down, the tail heavy, you'll bring your hands behind your head, overlap or intertwine the fingers, and sink the belly into the curve of your spine. So you hammock your body here. Now we'll inhale to arch back, support the occipital ridge, let your head fall into your hands, and the elbows widen and drop. Chin to chest, lifting your head, you can tip the hands, and then pull yourself forward. Elbows come down and towards the belly. And we take it back and open the chest and open the arms. So you wing your arms open, you look behind you, put the eyes rolled back. You're looking towards your forehead, and then look down the nose as you come up and into the abdominal wall. The tail rises here to flatten out that back a bit into the ground. And we find the arch as we go back. And exhale, breathe through this. Pump the air out of your lungs. One more time, so both ends of the body move into extension. And then exhale, both ends of the body move into flexion. Come back part of the way. So a slight upward curl and then rotate to one side. And then to the other, twist side to side here. Give yourself a little massage across that medial shoulder blade, and then to the lateral of it. Opposite hip and stay heavy. To work through your obliques a little bit more here, and one more time. Then back to center, adjust the roller, and still support your head, lift your hips, and we're going back and forth. As you push away from your feet, lift your head, think upper curl. As you pull with your legs, the knees go forward over the toes, you boost the glutes up to lift your hips and open them across the front, and the head hangs back in extension. And over forward into flexion. Stay on your ribs. So obviously we're avoiding rolling onto the neck with the weight of our body here. And just really enjoy this deep tissue massage into your back. It's been a while since we were here. And you may have been doing a lot of different things besides Pilates. And then lower your hips down And we're going to take the roller next under our sacrum, under the base. The feet are down, hips come up. And let's fold the knees into our chest. Legs zip together. Inhale to let the knees tip to the right, turn your hips to the left. Exhale, and with the oblique abdominals, pull the right hip up to swing the legs back through center and to the left, and you turn your head to the right. The right shoulder blade is heavy. And exhale now, it's the left hip that lifts, pulled by the diagonal of the obliques, to pull the legs up and across to the right. And you're turning your head, meanwhile, to look to your left. Let's do that again. You can hold the outside edges of the roller or your hands across the top, whatever works better for you. Just remember you have to pull a little bit back with your hands so the roller doesn't slip forward and out from you. Another way over to the right, we're going to stay there and circle the knees to get a massage into that right glute. And then reverse the circle. You can change the angle of the knees to go either more lateral or more medial with the pressure into the glute here. And then reverse it. You're circling in the opposite direction, still with a slight tilt or a big tilt to the right. And then back to center, and now knees to the left, look away, and start your little circles here. You may or may not find a really deep pressure point that wants this release. But might not be able to take it immediately, so you can start going around the neighborhood before you zoom in on the exact spot of tension, and then reverse. Right, and then back to center, lower your feet, lift your hips, rotate the roller underneath you. It's still going to be under your sacrum, but on a fresh spot on the roller, and then pull the legs in for scissors. So extend the legs up and bring the right leg back towards the shoulder, left leg forward out to the end of the mat. And then inhale to switch the legs. And exhale to switch again. Very good. Flow through your toes here. And your gaze is up, maybe slightly back, just be sure the throat is elongated so it's easy to breathe. And enjoy the stretch of the hamstrings as the leg goes back, and the stretch across the hip as the leg moves forward. And then both legs up to the ceiling, exhale, rotate for a side split, pull the legs apart, and then exhale together. So you can think of working distally by thinking the feet moving apart, and then exhale and the heels coming together to tap and then separate again. Or you can work a little closer to center and think of the upper outer thighs pulling the legs apart and the upper inner thighs dragging the legs together so that the heels touch. So in either case, you're opening and feel like the stretch in the upper inner thigh, and then closing, working those muscles. We'll come to the top and alternate the legs. So the right leg out first, the left leg is heavy. So get some work in the obliques and the arms as you press down to maintain your stability on the roller. And then the left leg is out, the right leg stays vertical, the right hip is heavy, and then we pull the left leg up. Take your time on the left. So lower the right, inhale all the way out and down, exhale, pull it up. And then for the left, reach sideways and out and down, and then exhale, draw the arc through the air with your toes, with your feet. And here we move into a frog, so frog in, and then push the heels out. You want to go low enough that you feel your abdominal wall, high enough that you don't feel your back do more than stiffen. It shouldn't be arching. You want to feel that you have control, even though the back isn't supported on the ground. So reach and press and retract. One more like that. and bring it back. And then knees together, bicycle, right leg up, we're parallel legs this time. And then stretch the leg long, slide the toes across your mat as you fold the knee in over your chest and then extend the leg backwards as the other leg is reaching forward. Take up as much space here as possible. If you're on a really large bicycle, one that's honestly too big for you, and you've got to reach long with your legs to stay connected to the pedals. And then when we're ready, we're going to reverse it. Try to get the toes down and skate the foot across the mat, as long as that's okay for your back. This is great for hip opening, which will release tension in our low backs. Okay, and legs up, bend your knees, exhale, lower your feet, and adjust the roller if you need to. And here we'll slide the right leg forward, the right arm back, open up that front line. And then just breathe. Inhale to find a little more length. Exhale to feel a little bit more weight as the back line of the body sinks to the ground. Full breath in and then a full breath out. Sigh the air out. One more breath like this. And then you can slide the foot back, the arm forward to do the left side. Remember your right leg is still vertical. So it's not like flopping over to the side. There's a little bit of work through the right inner thigh and weight into the inner edge of the right foot. And once you've said that, you can really focus then on the extension, the lengthening of the left side of your body, and the feeling of the breath moving in and out of your lungs. One more breath here, nice and deep, nice and slow. And then let's try both arms, both legs. Of course, if that doesn't feel right, go back into one side at a time, or you can just bend the knees to take some of the tension out of your low back. And give yourself time to open this up if you've been doing a lot of sitting or had a lot of tension and stress recently. Also, if your chest is tighter than usual, take the hands a little wider. And another breath here. Then we'll slide the arms forward, pull the knees into your chest, round your back a little bit, and maybe just rock slightly side to side, across the sacrum, across the SI joints. And then exhale to lower the feet, lift up, use your glutes to support you, and push the roller aside, go ahead and lay them down. And then from here, we can extend the legs forward. The arms lift up to the ceiling and back by your ears. Let's do a roll up to come up to sitting. Lift the arms, lift the hip back to the chest. Exhale, pull forward. Remember, you always would have the option, probably not the group here with me, but anyone watching could use a TheraBand. You guys are welcome to as well. And then let's stay low with the head and the chest to keep the curve in the spine as we roll back. Your arms can go higher from the load into the abdominal wall and stretch the body out here. The arms reach back behind you and lift the arms again, coming up. Pull, exhale. To adjust this a little bit. And then back you go. Good, I'm synced up again. And then we can bring it down, like the out of the center of the soles of your feet. Reach long with the fingertips. And let's do one more. Rising here. Exhale. The belly sucks into the curve of your spine. Almost like a horseshoe here, laying on its side. And then back we go. We're going to roll back to our upright curl for hundreds. So find the base of the rib cage, maybe the tip of the blades. The legs pull in, the arms selected forward, and we start pumping. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathe deep into the bottom of your lungs. Each one is like a sack, and there's more room for air at the bottom. Exhale it out, nice and slow. Pumping of the arms helps you push the air down deep and then also pull it out and into the air around you. So steady pulse, the arms synchronized here. And the legs press into each other wherever they touch. Or if they don't touch, you can even take a ball or a yoga block between your legs to have something to engage that inner line with. It is high and you keep trying to lift up and forward. Picture your sternum sliding down into the navel. And the work of the muscles between the navel and the pubic bone, the navel and the tail, holding you up so you have support for this long lever of your body. And let's fold it in and lay it down and rock your head side to side. At this point, we're reaching for our TheraBands to take the band around the right foot. It is the ball of the foot and allow the arch. And then the left leg will slide forward, aligned with your hip joint. And you pull that leg up. Let's do a couple little point and flexes of the feet. So inhale, reach the ball of the foot, and then curl the toes up. And curl the toes down and lift the heel as you drop down through your sits bone. Be sure you get the stretch in the back line of your leg. So roll through the foot here. And back to go. As high, elbows grounded, and do that again. One more time. And then you can release the legs slightly forward. We start the circles now. So inhale across the body and exhale, go low, out to the side with an external rotation, and up to the ceiling to end that exhalation. So reach, pivoting here from your elbows. Hold the body steady on your mat. Or weight in the right hip as the leg moves to the left. Or weight down the full side, the left side of your body as the leg circles out to the right. One last one like this. You feel the diagonal stretch on the lateral hip, and then the big stretch on the inner thigh. At the top, we reverse. Inhale away from center, and then exhale, push out into the strap. Let it support you, but also challenge you to find more length. And then that will challenge you to find more core strength as you keep the torso steady here on your mat. So reach and go a little further with every repetition, with every circle that you draw here in the air. And the last one now. And here from the top, we're taking both ends of the band in the right hand, left hand on hip bone, spiral down into the mat on your left side and reach the right leg away. And we rock the leg a little bit towards the shoulder and away. And now exhale, pull the leg up, switch hands, cross it over, extend the arm, look at it. The leg crosses over and you try to get as much rotation through your spine as you can, and then pull the foot towards the left shoulder. A little bit of internal rotation through the right leg also will increase your stretch. The shoulder blades stay down, even though the ribs are lifted. And we'll exhale to unwind the body from the left shoulder to the waist to the right glute. The right leg flies up in the air, and then we give it a little pull to increase the stretch in the back of the leg. Knee can be bent as necessary. And then fold the knee into your body here, place it in, hug it tight, and stretch the other leg long away. Okay, let's release that right leg down, shake both legs out. Difference is pretty dramatic, right? Maybe more for me since I had that 1,892-mile trip to Tennessee and back. So, yeah, a lot of hip flexion. So anyway, here with the left leg up in the air. We can do some points and flex, so reach up through the toes, pull the toes back, and lift up through the heel. So as you point the foot, you're going to feel the calf work. And as you flex the foot and lift the heel, you're going to feel the calf stretch. And then it really depends how far back you bring the leg towards your face as to whether you're going to feel a good stretch in the hamstring or not. If you get to the end of your flexibility there, bend the knee a little bit, pull the leg back, and then see if you can get the work into the center of the muscle instead of across the back of the knee. We end in a soft point. Move the elbows forward towards your waist so the shoulders are relaxed, and we start the circle across the body. And exhale, go low, out to the side, all the way around and up to the ceiling. So it's called circumduction when you rotate the femur on the hip socket. So you move from at the top, the leg parallel, toes point back over your head to an internal rotation, parallel at the bottom, and external rotation coming out to the side. And of course, it gradually transitions from one point to the other. So you get the spiraling, circling of the femur head on the hip joint while you do this. And that gives you maximum mobility in the joint. Should feel nice and smooth. And here, let's reverse out to the left and then forward and around. The leg lifts high and then you pull it out. Stay steady here. So keep shifting your weight in your torso to work against the weight of the leg moving away from center and back into center. So stability doesn't just mean locking it down, it means actually applying force away from force or away from weight. And one more time here. At least that's how it works in our bodies. And then we come all the way up here. These are for if you were a wall. Right? And here we'll take the bend in the left hand, right hand on right hip, and open the leg out to the side and rock the leg here. And then exhale to bring the leg up high and switch hands on the band. Bring it across. Extend the arm out over the fingertips. The leg reaches out to the center of the foot, rotates internally at the femur, and then you pull the leg towards your right shoulder. Bend the knee as necessary, find the stretch that is working best for you. And then we can unwind, come from the right shoulder to the waist, the left glute, and pull the legs up and then back. And then fold the knee into your chest, the band comes off and to the side. We'll hug that in, and then roll forward and up, rolling like a ball. Are you remembering how this feels? Yes. Me too.
That's great, yeah, I love it.
Very good. So hands to your shins, elbows widen forward, curl the tail up as you suck the waist back. Now, before we even roll, take an inhale to expand the back, and exhale to pull the belly deep towards the spine. Next inhale, you still expand, but we roll. So expand, open the back, roll back to your shoulder blades, exhale forward, back where we started. The gaze stays down onto the navel as we roll. And we're working to find the inside medial line, right? The center axis of the body. So as we roll back, we stay balanced here, or right to left in the roll. Imagine drawing a line down the midline of your mat, and your spine goes right on it all the way back and stays on it all the way forward. One last one. That way you're working the right and left side equally here for steering. All right, and we've been to the ab series. Here we are, hooray. So we pull the right leg in, left hand to the shin by the knee, right hand lower towards the ankle, and extend the left leg out. Pull yourself up towards your thigh, and we inhale the switch. And exhale to switch again. So you can pull the leg in tight to your chest, as long as it feels okay for your knee to have that kind of compression. But you push away with equal enthusiasm without over pointing the foot, so let the air flow out through the center, sort of at the base of the third metatarsal, that's the ball of your foot. And we end here with the left and pull both knees in, double leg stretch. So inhale, reach up through fingers and toes. Exhale, circle wide around as you pull the legs in. So try not to hold back, right? So the arm position is critical. If you take it too low, you're going to flatten your upper arm curl, which of course you wouldn't want. Then you lose that work through the upper abdominals. And then also remember that you take the legs low enough that you challenge your low abs without arching the back or flattening the upper body too. And then let's rest your head down and turn your head side to side. Come back to center. Use your hands to the back of your thighs. So you can press the knees away as you come up to your upper arm curl, get a little leverage there. And then you can pull the legs up to the ceiling for your scissors, right leg back, left leg forward. And try to lift your chest up towards the knee. And switch as you inhale and switch as you exhale. Face stays down. So you would not see your feet except when the foot lowers in front of you. When it's up in the air, you're not looking for it because that will flatten your body out and take you out of that upper abdominal work. One more time. To end with the left leg up, hands behind the head, both legs in the air, elbows narrow in and down. And with the legs squeezing together, we push the legs away. Be careful that you don't go beyond your range of motion, right? You're going to feel the support of the abdominal wall, preventing the pelvis from tipping. And then lift. Moving it slowly like this, you're going to get more work than just using momentum down and up again. And still try to come to that upper up curl, keep lifting your head up and pulling your chest forward and down. We'll do one last one like this. And now twisting to the right, the left leg extends, and twisting to the left as the right leg reaches forward. Legs stay in their appointed tracks. Right? You're not going to be wildly flinging side to side or crossing the line either. We're going to try to pull the chest up and forward towards the upper inner thigh. So you're getting that flexion through the spine as well as the rotation. We're going to end to the left and come back and lay your head down. Stretch your arms behind you and stretch your legs out in front of you. Take a couple of deep breaths here while you enjoy the feeling of stretch in the abdominal line. One more breath. And now we're rolling up for spine stretch. So lift the arms, lift the head, neck, and the chest. Exhale, come forward. Legs sit up on our sits bones and the arms extend forward. If you're feeling tight in the hamstrings, either bend the knees a little bit or elevate your hips. And we'll look down. With the back of the head stretching out, over, and down in an arc between your knees. The arms reach out between your feet. And you pull your waist back so you feel that you're stretching the area in the low back that really could use it and appreciate it. Press down through your heels and your sits bones and stack the spine as if you're zipping up from the bottom to the top, up an imaginary wall. And then look down. The head moves the neck to move the upper back, to move the mid back, to move the low back. And you're even thinking of a little tug as the waist pulls back to increase that curve in the low spine. And then press your legs, flow up. And we'll do that one more time. Big exhale, out, over, and down. Try to empty the lungs. If you're deflating your lungs, deflating your body as you come closer to the ground, and then inflate to come up, and the air flows up your back, picking you up, lifting you. And so lifting the chest. Last one to go over to feel the stretch. If you want a little more stretch, flex your feet, pull your toes back, hold over wherever you can, and pull back with your waist. And then we will frog in for open leg balance and rocks. So, hands go through the legs, wrap them around the ankles, and curl the tail up to rock back to balance point on your sacrum. Looks great. Shoulders are relaxed as we inhale, we extend the right leg up, the hand can slide a little to the outer calf. Exhale, it rotates into the inside of the knee as the foot lowers, and now the same for the left. and pull it back, and now the right again. Do one more like this on the left side. And once we come in, we're going to do both. So they both go up, narrow V, keep the width of your shoulders, come back in, and another one like that. Reach into the stretch, and then pull yourself back, and then take it up. One last time to hold the legs here, round your back, find the pelvic tuck, find the inhale, and then roll. Exhale, dive your head forward towards your legs, come up with your balance, and do it again. Yeah, make sure you have enough padding under your back. And also that you're really trying to round your back. So it's like your body is a ball itself, rolling just to the shoulder blades, head and neck stay off the ground. And one more time. Get yourself up with that exhale and find the resting position. Close your legs, arms lift, teaser position. Bend your knees if you need to. And then we're bringing the hands to the legs, bending the knees, and laying down for corkscrew. So you work your way down. The abdominal wall releases you, sequencing to the ground. Let's reach for the bear bend. And this time it goes around both feet. All right, so then with the elbows forward, hugging the waistline, feet up in the air. You do a soft point here. And now we do a circle in the air with your feet, maybe the size of a basketball. And then see if we can keep the hips grounded as you go around, which means you're doing, as your legs go to the left, you put the weight in the right hip. And as the legs come around to the right, you're putting the weight into the left. Let's practice it like that again. So it's a smaller circle, so you just feel the work, the imprinting of your back along the SI joint area here. And it's still one breath per circle. And more like that. And then reversing, going left to right. And we can play with this as you dance, right? So let's just tip the legs over to the right. See how far you can go as you lift the hip up without falling. And be sure you're able to come back. And then exhale. And let's tip the pelvis so that the right hip is up and the legs move to the left. The shoulders are still grounded, the elbows are still grounded, and then we go over to the right again. So doing this windshield wiper action gives you an idea of like what your real range of motion would be if you took this into a circle instead. So let's go over to the right and circle forward and around. Don't go too low. Then bring it over to the left, lifting the right hip, and then unwind, come back to center. And now we tip to the left, the right hip lifts, go onto the outer edge of the glute, circle around here. And we're going super slowly, so you don't get to just like move the feet to move the hips. I want you to move your hips to move your feet. Everybody feel that? Pretty sure you do, because if you were just using momentum, you would not be moving this slowly. And then one more set. This prepares us for the advanced hip circles later on in the series. And meanwhile, benefits the low back and the oblique strength of our abdominals. All right, and then let's pull the legs in, again, go off to the side. And we're coming up to sitting for saw. So roll up, and legs a little wider than they were for the spine stretch. And bring the arms out to the side, reach long with your fingertips, rotate here to the right, and drive over and stretch. So back of the hands to the outside of the leg, and push your chest open, As you pull back with the right shoulder blade towards the spine, coming upright, hold the rotation, and then unwind, spiral, left, and dive and reach again. The opposite hip is really sinking into the ground. Good. That's a good adjustment. Come upright, center here, and then twist, turn, and dive, and out and over. Think about coming up from the opposite hip, diagonally across the back, and then pull yourself around. And now think about the head leading the way out, over, and down, so your ear listens to the opposite knee. Press into the opposite hip, and then that be the starting point to lift you. Come around and reset. One more time. And a lot of the movement behind you happens because of the rotation of the spine. And then also the position of the scapula on your back is going to allow you to get more reach, more length, and more crossover here. Coming up, center, and lower the arms down. Pull the legs together and flip over. Use the roller for a swan. And extend the arms forward so the roller is halfway between wrist and elbow. Approximately, right? And then ears between your arms, faces off the mat. Legs reach long behind you. If your feet tend to cramp when you do this, you can always roll up a towel or another yoga mat and place it under the ankle so that you would have a little bit more flexion at the ankle. But ideally, we'd like to start opening up the top of the foot and the front line of the ankle as we practice. So you pull the head forward, you pull the gaze forward, you sweep the gaze up the wall, lift the eyes, and think of lifting up the chest too. You definitely should feel a stretch in the abdominal line here. And then you're going to zip your belly from the bottom to the top into the ground. And as the roller pushes away, your ears fall between your arms. And then pull back through the scapula, the shoulder blades, using your lats. Coming up. And then release it down slowly. So try to get every vertebra to move one after the other in sequence, both on the lift up and the way down. One more time. Front rises here, chest widens, back narrows. And then release it down. You're going to feel the belly start to shorten and the back lengthen on the way down. So sit back in the child's pose and bring the roller with you. All right, now keeping your butt back towards your heels. And of course, if it's not good for your knees, you would modify this and just lay on your back and just pull the legs in. But we're gonna actually here from child's pose position, slide the shoulder blades forward so the head stays in position, the butt stays in position, the blades come up by the ears, and then you widen the chest and pull the blades down your back. So keeping the arms as straight as you can, energy pouring out through your fingertips. The blades move forward on the inhale. Feel that lengthen your waistline and exhale, pull the blades down and in towards the tailbone. And you feel the collarbones widen and the neck lengthen. And one more of those. It's a let, pull, and release. Okay, and then stack coming all the way up. And let's go on to our sides here. Good. Okay, so laying on one side, and you can support your head with your hand. Or if you need to for your neck, to lay your head down on your arm, that also works. And then we're going to straighten the legs and reach them out at about a 30-degree angle. Okay, hips are stacked, legs are long, feet are stacked. You can bring more advanced, both hands behind your head. If you're newer at this or feel less steady today, you would press your head firmly into the mat with the fingers spread open right in front of the chest. But we lift the top leg either way, hip height, flexing the foot, and inhale to swing the leg forward, reach out to the sits bone and tail, pulse 1, 2 with the heel, point the foot and reach the leg back and press 1 and 2, the bottom leg stabilizes you here. And you bring it forward to pulse once and twice, and then reach back again. Now in this series, the goal is to keep the torso, the head really stationary in space, right? While you're moving the leg. So that encourages you to find more stretch in the back of the leg as the leg goes forward, in the front of the leg and the hip as the leg goes back. And then let's bring the leg back to center and lower the foot down. Externally rotate, point to lift up. Flex to bring it down long. Squeeze the air out. Now point to lift and exhale and press, lengthen. Once more, up and flex down. And now we reverse it. Flex to rise, point to reach it out and down. Flex, lift here, point and lengthen it away. And one more time, flex up, point, reach it long. Développé, bend the knees, slide it in. Knee to armpit, extend the foot, flex and lengthen the whole leg out, close the heels. Point, slide, extend, lift, flex and down. Pull the head away from your heel. One more time. Now we keep the straight leg, the flexed foot, and keep the leg up high. Point the foot, bend the knee in. Tap the toe and slide the foot down the other leg. End with a flexed ankle and foot. Point, bend. Push it away. Pull the lengthen your waist and lift once more. Point, bend. All the way forward. We're going to end the sides series with the rond de jambe, the big circle. Inhale forward, up, around, back, and through center. Of course, it's much more difficult to balance when the leg is moved away from the center of your body. See how that affects your core, how you're working your muscles in your back and the front of your torso to stabilize. Come back to center and then take the leg back. Rotate the leg here, come all the way around and forward. And then reach back. Good. And remember, if you keep the torso steady, you're actually going to get a bigger stretch in your leg and in your hip, which is one of the points of the exercise. All right, so here onto our stomach, a little grasshopper. Those are gorgeous, really good job. So forehead down, and let's just take the legs in parallel, and we're going to pick the right leg up as you press the right pelvic half into the ground, and exhale, lower that down, and on the left, the tip bone pressed into the floor as you lift the thigh up. So you're not just bending the knee, obviously, you're trying to work the quad to keep the leg straight, and then open the hip, and use your glute muscles to pick the weight of the leg up. Alternating here, one more set. Inhale for the lift and exhale to lower. And then the other side. You feel that hip stretch across the front of your body. And then you lower. And then we're just going to push off the ground. Sit back in a child's pose. Stack the spine to come up and then go to the other side. I'm still bandaged on my knees from that fall in June. So it's more comfortable than it used to be. So anyway, here you pull the head long, reach out through your heels, lift the heel up, and the foot is flexed. Inhale to slide it forward and pulse once, twice. Point the foot, take it away, and pulse 1 and 2 here. Double beat forward. Point, take it back. And reach it behind. Let's do one more. Pull the body steady. You can pull the bottom elbow into the armpit for a little bit more stability through the bottom line. And then come in and we lower the leg. We rotate externally. Point to lift it up and flex to bring it down. Draw a beautiful arc in the air and keep pulling the head out long. Point up, flex down, and now reversing it. Flex to lift, point to stretch it out and away. Again here, hips stay stacked. I know you'll pick up the leg up higher if you rotate the top of the pelvis back, but really avoid doing that to work the right muscles. And here, développé, so you bend the knee, you slide the knee in, extend the leg, flex, and reach out and down. So point and glide. Lift, extend, flex, and down. One more like this. You tap and reverse. Straight leg, flex foot in the air, point the foot, bend the knee, skate it forward, stretch it long, flex and lift, point, bend. Down it goes, lengthen as far as you can, last lift, point, bend, and forward. And now a rond de jambe. Come forward, up, around, back, and through center. And now let's reverse it. Use the glute to open the hip. Rotate the leg on the socket. What we did earlier in the single leg circle, but here on your side, there's a different feeling because gravity is affecting the muscles differently. All right, and then here we're going to come on up to standing. All right. So just gonna end with the wall exercise, which you don't need a wall for. But just start with your feet in parallel here. Lift the arms up to the ceiling, take a little upper back extension as the palms are back. Look forward as you circle the arms down and around here on your side. And the arms go forward to lift, and then circle around. Let's go like this. And now let's reverse it. Palms forward, circle, reach high. Bring the gaze down with the hands. And you lift your gaze with the height of the fingertips. And lower. So that once more. And then shake out your shoulders, shake out your hips. Shake out your arms. And now we roll down. So look down your nose, tip your chin to your base of your throat. Move the head forward to move just the neck. Then let the body start to waterfall forward. You bend your knees a little as you go down. And the goal is not to get to the ground, but just to go to a place where you get a comfortable stretch in your back. Spread your feet into the floor, and the arms are hanging vertically here from your shoulder blades. Circle the arms nice and slow and smooth towards each other. Pendulum arms. And then the arms are quiet and you reverse the circles. Let the arms be still again. And now we're going to bend the knees, spread the feet, push the foot down as you sink the tail, and start to zip your back up inch by inch. The arms are going to fall closer to your body as your body lifts. Bring your gaze across the floor and to the horizon. Self-focus, long gaze. You all can look through the windows as far out into the distance as you can see. And then take a deep breath in. And exhale it out. For today. Thank you for being here with me. I've missed you all.